back to this wind because it's crazy town USA, and I always get much excitement with the wind. I don't know why. Well, those stories before. And plus, when I was like a teenager or something like that, I actually, well, I don't know why I went actually, but I went canoeing down the Colorado River. And oh, that sounds like super exciting if you didn't have a habit of becoming like dehydrated and useless to the rest of the people you were with. I don't know why I'm laughing at that. It's not funny. But I don't know why it would like, when I'd go out on all these like outdoor adventures and I just like wouldn't drink any water. And I would think, oh yeah, that's okay. And then I'd wonder why I'm like walking around going, oh my, I'd be thinking that I'd walked like 100 miles, like when you're a kid and your grandparents would tell you, back in my day, I had to walk 5 miles uphill in the snow both ways. And you kept thinking, how could it be uphill both ways? Like if you had to walk uphill to get to school, you'd have to then walk back down, right? Like, or would you literally walk another hill just that, like, it sounds like you made it more difficult for yourself unless the roads weren't built correctly. Like, I couldn't understand it. That was always the phrase. It was like, I walked 5 miles uphill both ways in the snow with one shoe after waking up at the crack of dawn to feed 18 chickens. I mean, like, the story just kept getting bigger and bigger, and you're like, well, I get some of this, but I mean, I can't go all the way here. And then the other thing too. So back to this canoeing down the Colorado River. 'Cause I don't know why that story seemed interesting. So I'm on the Colorado River and I'm on the canoe. And if you're on the canoe, you got two spots. You got the front and the back. And in the back, you got the steering capabilities. Right, I'm going over the mechanics of the canoe. And in the front, you got all the power. Which I mean, terrible idea to put me up there, but I guess not competent enough to steer. So maybe I could be some use up front. Well, when you're on a canoe and you're like dehydrated, and you got the sun bouncing off the water, hitting you square in the face, and you're trying to paddle and you're not getting anywhere, and you're just like slumped over, and the waves. I mean, I'm painting a terrible picture over here. And we're on the Colorado River, and we were going into this like canyon, and the wind was just, I mean, it was howling through there. And so and I'm just sitting there like, oh, I got like two other canoes of people, not just like I'm not holding two other canoes, but there are two other canoes of people with me. And so they had this brilliant idea of stringing up of tying some of the paddles together, tying our canoes together, and having me, because I'm just kind of here, just kind of hold on to the other canoes as kind of like extra, so that we're all together. And we built like a makeshift sailboat, right? We put the paddles up in the center, threw a tarp over the paddles, and then just let the wind do the rest. Or someone had one of those GPSs. I don't know why I'm saying it like that. Like, you know, but I'm talking the old school ones. Now it's all on our phones or it's like in our glasses. But it had one of those old school, like it just did the old GPS thing. It had no other gadgets or gizmos. And it clocked us going 30 miles an hour. I have no idea if that was true because I'm still like this. And like it was crazy because we came out of the canyon and we're zooming along, and everybody else who had already long passed us, because you gotta keep canoeing. They're on the shore, they're all camps all set up, and they're watching this makeshift sailboat zoom out of the canyon, and I'm kind of just slooped over in the front going, hey.